I'm so excited to have you. How many of you are in the black dress challenge? I can't even say it. Yay, that's awesome. More of you may want to join tonight after our meeting. I don't know, but you're welcome to. So, in that challenge, we're getting ready. Today is really our first real day with that. We're just starting to kick it off. So I've had some new ladies in there, and they are brand new. They just came on to Bod Babes just for the challenge. So they don't have the personal coaching. Some of the things that you guys have, they don't have. And some of them might be showing up here tonight, which is really cool. But so they've been learning to use the app. They've been, learning how to get their workouts in and stuff like that. So right now, today is really our first day. We're going to kick that off. Now, this meeting isn't all about the Little Black Dress Challenge. So I'm glad that you're here if you're on it or if you're not on it, because this still applies to you. And that's what I want to talk about tonight is setting deadlines for ourselves and how they can really help us to succeed. I'm really excited about it. So we want to talk about timed goals, okay? So in the Little Black Dress Challenge, we are going to have to buy our dresses and have them in hand by October 22nd. All right, we're putting a deadline on ourselves so we can get up and get moving. And then we're going to count down 74 days from today. We're going to take our pictures on December 14th in that outfit that we pick out. All right in the middle of holiday season, girls. We are stepping up to the challenge. We're still going to enjoy the holidays. Don't think you're not going to, because we are. But this holiday, we're going to go through and we're going to enjoy it. And we're not going to come out of it and go into the new year with regret. I always gain 10 pounds. How many of you? I used to gain 10 pounds every holiday season. I'm not kidding you. How many of you have gained weight in the holiday season? Most times. I mean, I'm serious, ladies. Between October is my birthday. So October 18th is my birthday. That's when the celebrating begins. All the spicy stuff is out, this fall spices and like most typical white girls, I have pumpkin everything, right? We're made fun of for that. And so I would start gaining weight around my birthday. And then by about Valentine's Day, it was hitting me. As I was like, it's Valentine's Day. Now I have a dress I want to wear for Valentine's Day or outfit. And I'm just like, uh, regret. It was fun while it lasted. The regret hit hard. I was like, dang it, I do it every year. And usually for me, it was 10 pounds. I mean, it was a good solid 10 pounds. I'd lose it, about March or April, going in to the summer. And then by fall, it's finally starting to get it off. And then it kicked the whole cycle around again. And there we go, October, downhill. Woof. There I go. So that's what it was like for me. So I decided that I was going to jump off the roller coaster ride. I couldn't, I talked to my mom. I think I told you guys this a couple of weeks ago. I talked to my mom, and my mom says, me and your dad's talking about going on a diet again. My mom just turned 76, and she said, I'm just so tired of having to go on a diet. And I said, Mom, she doesn't listen to me about it. She doesn't. I'm her kid, and that's just, I don't know anything. She knows I do, but she doesn't want to hear it. So she just don't listen. I'm so tired of going on a diet, she said. I don't even know if I'm gonna do it. I'm so tired of having to go on a diet, she said. I said, well, quit going on diets. Follow me. Come on my program, Mom. Just do it. I'll put you on there for free. Just do it with me, and all the ladies, you'll love it. And just do it and learn how to eat. Because my mom, she says, I just don't know why I'm not losing weight. I'm eating healthy. I said, what are you eating? Tell me what your breakfast looks like. Well, I'm having oats, she said, and she told me how much oats. I think it was a third a cup of oats. And then, I kid you not, and I didn't used to know this either, and I would have thought it was great too. But Mom said, I'm having a cup of walnuts because they're so good for you. And she says, so I'm having the oats, a cup of walnuts. She said, I might throw some apples in there, some dates. And I said, Mom, your walnuts, your cup of walnuts, they're healthy. I understand, but they have 800 calories. She's like, what? I said, yeah, 1 cup of walnuts is 800 calories. So you're probably getting about 1,200 calories for breakfast. No wonder you're not losing weight, right? And she just didn't know. And I said, come on, but I've done the same thing. I was on the diet roller coaster all the time. It was on a diet, off a diet. And I decided to find a lifestyle that could keep me at my goal, get me to my goal, that wasn't awful for me. And I think that, ladies, is the key, is understanding what your balance is with your foods. Come here, Bella. Because I'll tell you, if it's real restrictive, come here. Come here. Oh, sorry, gotta pick my dog up. If it's real restrictive, you're not going to want to do it all the time. It's just hard. If you've got to eat broccoli and you hate broccoli, and chicken breast every day, it's all dried out, all that stuff, it's not going to work well. So we've got to all find our own balance, and that looks a little different for all of us. But tonight I want to talk about getting to our goals, but setting a big goal and getting some skin in the game. Whenever we come on and we say, I want to lose weight, I've had ladies say, Allie, I know I need to lose weight, but I just can't get my head in the game for some reason. I'm just not into it. I just can't do it right now, And one thing that I've found that I see women really succeed with is saying, I had a client that did this. I told her, I said, you need some skin in the game. And she asked me what I meant by that, and we talked. And I said, you've got to have a reason to do this. She said, well, I do. I know I need to lose weight. I said, that's not a big enough reason. Find something and put some pressure on yourself. And we talked about that, and she came back to me. She said, you know what I did? She said, she goes, I hate to get my photo taken. She said, I hate it. And she said, what I did was I scheduled my own photo shoot. And she said, I paid for it in advance. I cannot get a refund. And she said, I have this deadline in front of me, and now it's just counting down the days. And I will tell you, that woman fought for herself. She was like, oh my God, I got such and such days till my photo shoot. You want to talk about getting your head in the game, that stuff can do it. And maybe that wouldn't work for you. I had another client say, you know what? I'm buying a bikini. And she put that bikini on a hanger and somehow attached that sucker to her refrigerator. She did, on the front of her refrigerator. Now, I don't know how she did it, with a magnet or whatever, probably. And she attached that baby. It was white. It was the most beautiful bikini. And she said, I'm doing it. And she said, I'm putting it there, and I've scheduled a vacation, and I'm going to wear this. I'm going to wear this on that vacation. Now, if I don't lose the weight, I'm still wearing it on vacation. She goes, and that puts pressure on me. No matter what, I told my husband, I am wearing this bikini on vacation, no matter what I look like. And you better make sure that I do what I said. So it was okay. That's what she did. It didn't matter. And I'll tell you what, that girl stepped up her game. Now it was on. There was heat on her. She told her husband, keep me accountable. And she stepped up to her game. And I'll tell you what, it was amazing to see. She had been in and out, and I don't know, I don't think I can do it. I'm too busy. I'm too tired, all this stuff. And she'd go to get something out of the refrigerator, and there'd be that bikini. Darn it. Darn it. And so that kind of is what I'm talking about. So when you're on the Little Black Dress Challenge, our goal now, ladies, is to pick out dresses, and we're going to have them in our hand by October 22nd. Okay. And the reason is we want to know that we're counting down from today 74 days. And in December 14th is a Saturday, not too long before Christmas, 2 weeks and a day before Christmas. And we're going to put on those dresses or whatever outfit you choose to have. And we are going to put them on. And it's not about the dress. It's not. Here, I want you to think about what you want that to feel like when you put that dress on. I want you to feel proud that you fought for yourself for 74 days. And maybe only you and I, and maybe only you will understand what that really looked like for you. That you had to make the tough choices. That you had to use discipline, because motivation, girlfriends, if you think at all that I want to go to the gym all the time, oh my God, you guys must, some of the clients think Allie just loves, I know Allie just loves the gym. That's total BS. There's times when I go in and I love the gym, but most of the time, probably 75%, I don't love the gym. I'm not that person. I'm just not. And so it's not about motivation, whether I'm feeling like it or not. It's about discipline. I know I got to do it, because I remember how crappy I felt before I started working out. I don't want to feel like that again. As a matter of fact, I've slacked off before and I started getting real achy, and I knew I had to get back in the gym, because I don't want to feel like that, you know? And so that's what this is about, putting on that dress. What do you want to look like in that dress? I want you to think about it, because I want you to think about what you want to look like, but also how it's going to make you feel, to know that you fought for yourself, and that, listen to this, and that we're going into this new year. You know, I have gone into New Year's and just thinking at the beginning of the year, I'm going to change my life, because I had all these regrets, you know, things I knew I wish I would have done, and things I didn't do. And going into that new year feeling down about myself, saying, this is going to be my year. This is going to be my year. And yet another year would pass, and I'd go out of that year the same way. And I got tired of making New Year's resolutions, because every time I did, it was just a failure. It was short-lived, ladies. It was very short-lived. But something changed in me, and I quit that cycle too. And I decided that I didn't want to go out of any more years feeling like I had just given up on myself, feeling like I had so many regrets. And I will never forget what it felt like going into an awful year of 2020. For me, it felt like scary, but a victory. I had just got out of my music career, and I had done music full time for many, many years. I was 51 years old, and I was working hard to get fit. And I'll tell you, I left a marriage, and I would have been married today 36 years. At that time, I was almost married 31 years. And I left that marriage. I decided to bet on me, to change my life. And it was dark. Oh my God, it was dark. I don't promote divorce. I don't believe in it. But I want to tell you, I felt like I was just dead. I felt like there was nothing left in me. And I gave up everything, my home, everything in my home. And all I owned was some clothes, a hair dryer, and a curling iron, and some makeup. That's all I had. I went to my daddy's house in Ohio. We live around Nashville. And I had a borrowed car, my son's car. because it was easier for me to leave everything behind than to fight with a man I was tired of fighting with about it. It was easier for me to just walk away at the age of 51 from everything in my life. And there I was, starting over. And I'll never forget how dark. I have never felt so alone in my entire life. I didn't know you could feel that alone. It was scary to me. I didn't know what would happen with a job or anything. I didn't know. I tell that Lowe's turned me down for a job. I said, I'll take anything, man. And Lowe's sent me an email. And that day, it just hit me. They said, you're not qualified to work at Lowe's. And I remember thinking, oh my God, like they wouldn't even hire me to clean their toilets. Like, what? Like, I felt like I had no hope. And something about that day, I remember laying on the bed and just thinking, oh my God, what am I here for? What purpose do I even have in life? How am I going to take care of myself? I've been in the music industry so long, I didn't have retirement, nothing. And it was scary. And I thought, what am I going to do? And I really was to the point of it was either, my mom always said, sink or swim. You're either going to sink or swim, and you got to make up your mind which one you're going to do. And you're going to fight for yourself, or you're going to lay down and just give up. And I had laid down and given up for so many years, I was done with it. And going into 2020, just before COVID hit, I started fighting for myself, and then COVID hit. But in the middle of COVID, when everything seemed so dark, I decided I was not going to live that way anymore. I didn't care what the world around me looked like. I was going to fall in love with this new man I met, Wade, and it scared me to death. I went to a counselor because I had counseling sessions for my husband's old work insurance, and my kids were going through such crazy things. I told my son, you need to go to counseling. He said, I'm not going unless you go. I'm like, oh God, I'm not going to see some counselor. He goes, Mom, I'm not going either. If you're not going to go, then I'm not going to go. If you go, I promise I'll go. And I was like, okay, I'm going to a counselor. I get in front of the counselor, and I had met Wade, and I was so afraid of falling in love with Wade because I did not want to ever be in a relationship like that again. And you want to know what I told the counselor? I don't want to love him. I don't want to fall in love with him. And she said, why? And I said, because I'm going to get hurt again. I'm just going to get hurt again. I was weeping and crying like a baby. I didn't imagine in all my life I would ever say that. And she said, well, she goes, I talked to her about all kinds of stuff. God, I just opened up like I don't know. I told her everything. I'd gone through rape. I was an abused kid. I wasn't there 15 minutes. She knew all this stuff. I was like, holy crap, this is awful. I just started crying. I felt like a crazy person. And then she looked at me and she said, well, are you going to die? And I said, what are you talking about? She said, well, if this new guy you met, Wade, breaks your heart, are you going to die? I'm like, I feel like that would be worse than death. And she goes, that's ridiculous. Are you going to die? And I said, no. And she goes, well, to me, you're pretty strong. I think you'll survive it. She goes, how would it feel to go to your grave? How would you feel about going to your grave and never knowing love like that? And I was like, ugh, I don't want to do that either. Well, she said, now it's your choice, sink or swim. What are you going to do? And I'll tell you what, I fell in love with Wade, but I fell in love very reluctantly. I did. I was afraid he's going to hurt me. And the man paid for it and has paid for it for years. And I'm serious. And he knows it. And he would just tell me, just let me love you. Just let me love you. Didn't plan on saying none of that tonight. But I said that because I want you to know, I know it's hard. And sometimes we don't want to fight for ourselves. And I'm asking you to stand up at Bod Babes and fight for yourself. Well, what does going on a diet have to do with it? What does having to get fit do with it? Everything. Because see, when I began to fight for myself physically, it started changing something in me mentally. When I started fighting for myself, I started to feel confidence again. It's like thinking about putting on that dress, that little black dress, how I want to feel in it. I will know that I worked hard for that. And I want to not let life dictate to me what it's going to look like. I want to write my own story. When I go out of here, out of life, I want to be able to say, tell this story that, yeah, I might have lost a lot of times, but I rose up and fought for myself. I don't want to go to my grave. You know, like that lady said, what are you going to do? Go to your grave, not experience and love like that? Is that something you prefer? Just give up on life, give up on yourself? Would you prefer to do that? No, I don't want to go down like that. You know, and I'm asking you ladies to find your fight. Find your fight for you. So many of us have just given up on our own dreams. Well, I'm 50, you know, I guess my dreams are over. No, they're not. I want you to have a vision of yourself in the future. That's what this dress is about. It's not about the dress. It's about the woman in the dress. It's about having a vision for yourself and fighting for you and not letting life tell you what you're going to be and that you're nothing and that you'll never make it. That's BS. Because I bet every single woman here is much stronger than she ever thought she was. Imagine, look back over your life and the things that you survived or you had to go through. And you know what? Most of us are not where we wish we were. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, it's so distracting, my dogs. Most of us are not where we wished we were. And some of us have just completely given up on it. But you know what? We don't have to. Life is not over. Women live to the age 100 all the time. I want to live a long time. Do you know what that means if you're 50? That means you've got 50 more years. Imagine what you can do in 10. I have seen women change their entire life in their 70s. I had a client that came on, and she was 73 years old. Her husband died 2 or 3 years before she came on the Bod Babes program. And she said, you know what? I've always wanted to go to college and wanted to be a nurse. Guess where she was when she came on at Bod Babes? She was in nursing school. And she was the oldest person in the school. How awesome is that? She decided when her husband died, she said, I felt like my life was over and I just wanted to give up and quit. And she said, I thought to myself, I'm not going out of here like that. And she started fighting, girlfriend. She started going to the gym. She started getting healthy. She went to school. How amazing is that? So this little black dress challenge, and what I'm asking you to do is, even if you're not in the challenge, is to set something up where you've got some skin in the game. Because we all need some pressure. We do. That says, hey, I have goals. They might be hard, but I'm going to make it to where, you know what? I'm not backing down again. I've kept my word too. I keep my word to my boss, show up at work when I don't want to, but I don't show up for me when I don't want to. What is that about? I don't do my workouts when I don't want to, but I'll show up at work when I don't want to. Girlfriend, show up for you. Show up for you. You can get another job. Honestly. I mean, honestly, you could get another job If you don't like your job, you can get another job. You got one of you. You got one life on earth. That's it, one. Fight for you. Fight for what you want. You don't have to compromise on everything. That's what I've learned over these years. Is my whole life I've been compromising. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I've said it so many times. I never thought I was good enough. I could never be good enough. And I decided to let go of that and raise the bar for myself and just start acting like I could accomplish some things. And guess what happened? I started accomplishing some things. I started a business. I had no idea how to start Bod Babes. I had no clue how to build out I built out the website you guys signed up on. I built out all the programs that you guys are part of. Everything from the systems of learning how to calculate calories and macros to becoming a nutritionist, all after the age of 51, working with clients across the globe, not even knowing that I could work with people out of my town. We've got clients in Australia and England and all over the world, South Africa. You talk about cool, that's freaking cool. But I'll tell you what, I still remember when I laid on the bed after Lowe's contacted me and I thought my life was over. That was just in 2020, ladies. But I decided I wasn't going to stay there. And I'm asking you to set your goals up. Decide why it's important for you. You know, losing 5 or 10 pounds isn't very inspiring. It's not. I mean, seriously. What's behind you wanting to lose that 5 or 10 pounds or that 50 pounds or 100 pounds? What's behind it? And I want you to look deep inside yourself and say, what would it mean to me putting on that little black dress or whatever that might be? Feeling accomplished and like I did something for myself. Because I'll tell you, when I've seen women do that, I've seen them change their entire life. And that's what it did for me. Getting up and making myself fight to better myself, to learn how to eat better and go to the gym and work out. I decided I would take care of myself and I started feeling better about myself. I started to get confidence in myself again. I decided to take risks on myself when no one else believed in me except for Wade, thank God. And I thank God I had him. But I'll tell you what, I decided to believe in myself and take a chance. And I haven't made it to the top, ladies. But I am 100% proof that it doesn't matter if you're in your 50s or your 60s, whatever. I'm closer to 60 now than I am to 50. I'll be 57 in 17 days. And I will tell you, I'm dreaming now like never before. So that goal you've got in front of you is just something for you to say, I'm fighting for me. And when I'll tell you, I'm going to go on this challenge with you guys too. And I'm going to buy this little black dress too. Some black dress. I don't know. Might be I'm thinking a long dress is what I envision myself in. I'm thinking just like not a real fancy dress, but like a long dress. And I want to be able to put that dress on and to just feel like I fought for me, to feel that confidence that I did this. I can do this. I'm not weak, I'm strong. I don't have to think down about myself at all. I need to hold my head high. I've got a lot of life in front of me. And I'm going to live it to the best that I can. And when I look back one day, I hope I get to lay on a bed and just think about when I leave this world, I hope I get to look back and I say, hell yeah. Instead of, oh my, I wish I would have. I don't want that. There's a saying that says, no guts, no glory. And yeah, you know what? You might fail. I have failed so many times. Oh my God, I've failed. But the only ones who don't win are the ones who give up. You look at the people who are some of the most amazing people in all of history, and they failed and they failed and they failed. But you know what they did? They failed, then they got up. They might have looked like an idiot and felt like an idiot, but they got up and they kept moving forward and they learned from their failures. And that's what this challenge is about, learning, going forward when we don't even feel like it, knowing that we deserve a win. You deserve a win. Let's get it done, ladies. Any questions? Here's the thing before I go to questions. If you're not in this little black dress challenge, I want you to get some skin in the game. I want you to set up something for yourself that says, this is what I'm going to do by such and such date. A date makes it real, and count it down, girlfriend. And here's the thing, don't keep it quiet. Don't keep it quiet. Share it in these groups. Be accountable. Accountability, man, it makes you step up to the game. When you tell everybody, I'm going to do such and such by such and such date, girlfriend, you better start today. Don't procrastinate. Get it done, man. Just get it done. So whether you're in this challenge or not, I want you to have something, whether it's setting up a photo shoot with somebody, or going on a vacation, or what it might be, a special dinner out with your husband for an anniversary, or heck, who knows, going out and I don't know what it might be, getting a cute outfit for meeting the man of your dreams that you want to meet one day. Working towards it so that you know when you walk into that room and meet him for the first time, that you'll have confidence in yourself, that you have built it, not because of how your body's shaped, but because of what you know up here you can accomplish in life and what value you bring to the table, whether it's a job, looking for a new job, or a business that you might start, that you walk into that place confident because you know the value you bring to the table. That's what I want to see. Let's start raising the bar for ourselves, and let's just do it. Who's in? Yes, good. Here's the cool thing about you ladies, is I got you all on video. If you raise your hand, I'm gonna remind you about it. I see you. All right. This was a great group tonight. I'm sorry I talked so long. You guys know I can preach to myself. Any questions about the challenge, or any questions about your goals, or any questions whatsoever? Go on and unmute yourself and let's talk. If you've got to go, you're welcome to go. We love you ladies, but if you can hang out and you've got some questions, let's get it done.
I was wondering, are we buying the dress is it supposed to be like a little bit small, a size or two smaller?
That's going to be up to you. You might have a dress already that just doesn't fit you the way you want it to fit.
Okay.
Maybe you have one, and you're like, I've always wanted to wear this dress. I actually have one in my closet I've never worn. And I have a couple actually I've never worn. And so I might choose one of those. But yeah, you'll want to buy it. I would go a little bit smaller, and maybe who knows what that will feel like whenever you put it on again. But we're going to try it on in October, get our pictures October 22nd. And we're not going to try it on again until December 14th. All right. Whoa. That's going to be fun. All right. So yeah, you just get what you want. If it's one size smaller or two sizes smaller, whatever it looks like, whatever your goal is. Raise your bar for yourself. Don't make it too easy. You want to push yourself, but don't go crazy. If you're wearing a size 14, don't go for a size 2. Okay. Woo, girl. Whoa. Anybody else? Questions? Anything?
If we haven't already signed up, I saw the deadline was last night. Can we still be in the challenge?
Girlfriend, I'd love to have you. Just let me know.
I sent you a message. All right, thanks.
All right, good. Yes, I'll put you in there. We're just getting started, so let's get it done. Anybody else? All right. No more procrastinating in this group, ladies. If you're in the little black dress challenge and you came on and you're not one of the regular clients who are coming over, girlfriend, it's time to up the game. Let's get it moving forward. So this is your time. We've got 74 days and it's going to be an amazing journey. It's not going to be easy. I promise you, it's going to be hard. There's going to be days when you don't want to do it. Expect it. Expect that. Expect it. Plan for it. It's about problem solving. If you're having issues getting your food right, or getting your workouts in, or getting your walking or your water in, it's a lot to accomplish. Talk to me. Problem solve. Girl, there are things that we can talk about and ways to get to your goal, things that I've experienced and these other ladies have experienced that are going to help you. We can help you. Some of us, Michelle has been around here for over a year. I've been around here for about 5 years. So we can help you. All right. We've tricks and things that we've done to help ourselves. Quick meals, or heck, meal prep. And I don't even like meal prep. And there's other ways around it if you don't. There's all kinds of options and things that we can help you understand and figure out. Anybody else? All right. I'm out of here. You ladies have a beautiful night. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye.